It started with a lie. Not a big one. Just a small one. The kind that changes everything. A young man standing in front of a Japanese shoe company, pretending to represent a business that didn't exist. He had no office. No employees. No plan. But that lie would eventually build one of the most powerful brands on the planet. This is the story of how a man named Phil Knight turned a fake company into Nike. A global empire built on risk, obsession, and an idea that refused to die. In the early 1960s, the sports world was dominated by European giants. Adidas was king. Puma was close behind. America was just the market. Nobody believed an American company could challenge the best in the world. But Phil Knight did. He was young, restless, and full of impossible dreams. While studying business at Stanford, he wrote a paper that proposed something bold. What if Japan could make high-quality running shoes cheaper than Germany? It sounded crazy. But he couldn't shake the thought. After graduation, he boarded a plane to Japan with little more than curiosity and courage. He walked into the offices of Onitsuka Tiger, the company behind Japan's best running shoes, and pitched them a deal. He said he represented an American distributor called Blue Ribbon Sports. There was no Blue Ribbon Sports. There was only him. But the executives liked him. They agreed to send samples. And with that, Phil Knight's fake company suddenly became real. Back in Oregon, he started selling those shoes from the trunk of his car at local track meets. His first partner was his old coach, Bill Bowerman. A man obsessed with performance. Bowerman would tear apart shoes, rebuild them, and even pour rubber into his wife's waffle iron to make lighter soles. He was relentless. And together, they formed a partnership that would quietly reshape the future of sports. But the journey was brutal. They ran out of money constantly. Shipments were delayed. Banks refused them loans. Competitors threatened to crush them. At one point, Onitsuka tried to steal their business entirely. Everything that could go wrong did. But they never stopped moving. They believed they were building more than a company. They were building a dream. When the partnership with Onitsuka collapsed, they faced a choice. Give up, or start fresh. They started fresh. With nothing but faith and a new name. Nike. Named after the Greek goddess of victory. The logo, that iconic swoosh, was designed by a college student for $35. Nobody knew it then, but that symbol would come to represent motion, power, and triumph. Then came the magic. The birth of a slogan that changed marketing forever. Just do it. 3 simple words that captured the entire spirit of ambition. It wasn't about shoes anymore. It was about courage. It was about pushing past fear. About believing that you could be more. And people felt it. Nike didn't sell products. It sold purpose. Every ad was a story. Every campaign was a statement. When Michael Jordan took flight, Nike made him a legend. When Colin Kaepernick took a knee, Nike turned protest into power. Through victories and controversies, one message stayed the same. Just do it. From the back of a car to billions in revenue, Nike became more than a company. It became a global symbol of determination. Proof that great things don't always start with a perfect plan. Sometimes, they start with a small lie. A wild dream. And the courage to take the first step. If you found this story inspiring, make sure to subscribe for more. Because there are so many more stories like this. Stories of risk, rebellion, and the ideas that changed the world.